So one of the daunting or one of the most pressing question in people's mind, especially when you're starting out on podcasting, is how do I record a podcast with people in different locations? Sometimes you may want to have a guest and the guest is not where you live, and you just want to make sure that you are able to have that conversational kind of recording without necessarily letting your audience know that, hello, this person was not here with me. So that's what we'll be looking at in this particular part of this course, which we want to learn how to record a podcast with people in different locations. So let's get into that. So recording a podcast with people in different locations gives you the flexibility to bring in guests on your show from all over the world. I've done that. I do that often. And it also means you and your co-host can keep releasing episodes even if one of you goes away, or if your chosen co-host lives on the other side of the planet. You don't have to live in the same place for you to be able to co-host a show with someone. So that's what we're going to dive into. So how do you record your podcast with people in different locations without compromising on the quality? The quality emphasized. This is very, very key for us. So the first one is that there are a number of different ways to record your podcast remotely, and the option that is right for you will depend on the technology you have access to, right? And how experienced people on the other side, your co-host, are with recording audio. This is very, very, very key, because most time you have the know-how and your co-host needs some help to get by with the technology of recording the audio. So this can be one of the challenge you might have, but not necessarily. So if you are hosting with a co-host remotely, you want to make sure you are recording similar audio quality, so there is no power imbalance, and so it sounds and ideally just sounds alike, not disparity between your content and your audience, like you are in the same room. So you want to have that. So we're going to look at the options that you have to get the best out of recording with someone that is outside your own locality and yet still have a quality show. So the first option we have here is each person recording their own audio locally. Alright, so if you have the software, then you can match and edit the track here and there until you get the quality of what you want. The second option we have is to record your show via a remote recording podcast platform. Alright, so there are podcast platforms that allow you to actually record remotely and both of you together. Then you can just edit and publish. Then the next option we have is for you to record your show via a video conferencing software, which I use a lot. I use a lot of this for my guests when they are not in my locality and I need them to come on board. So I just go through the Zoom platform. I use more of Zoom, and we will share our links. Then we get the video started. Then we just click the record button. So what this does is that you are able to record the video. When you save it, it says as audio and video, which I love because I'm able to repurpose my podcast and put it on my YouTube channel. Then at the same time, I'm able to put the audio on my podcast. You see? So, I picked these two because they are the ones that I've tried and simple to use, easy to go by. If you have other ones, as long as it's a video conferencing kind of software that you are able to record, then you're good to go. So record your show via a video conference software like Zoom or Skype. This is not a paid advert. Alright, option 4 is for you to use a mixer to record your guest via your phone. Okay, this you have to have a bit of technical know-how to get by, but it's very, very possible. This is the option 4 that you have in getting your co-host on your show. Now, my pro tip, okay? So if you're running Skype or Zoom at the same time so you can hear and see the person you're talking to, it is likely some of the audio from your guest or your co-host will be bleeding. And when I mean bleeding, you'll be hearing some cracking sound, you'll be hearing some back end echo back to you. So out of your earphones sometimes, okay, so usually pick up by your mic, which you don't want it to reflect in your recording. So to solve this, use a headboard to listen to your guest or your co-host, then out over your earphone over the top and plug those into a portable recording device. This will actually minimize and of course help you reduce the background noise. Alternatively is to, after you've recorded this, take the audio and go to Adobe Podcast AI. It will help you, clear out background noise. Then you can publish your show. So thank you so much for getting into this part of the course. I hope you got this value that I actually package here. I hope you love this part of the show. This part of the course. Thank you so much for signing up, and I'll see you in the next video.